A big hello to my dear students. Myself Tabassum Sabri and I'm your English teacher. And today I want to complete this lesson. His first flight means two stories about flying. Part 1, his first flight. I think first of all I want to ask something from all of you. I think all of you have wished happy Mother's Day to your dearest mother. If yes, then very good. If not, then first of all, wish your mother happy Mother's Day. Okay? So now I'm going to start the remaining part of the chapter. We have stopped that mothers are always kind hearted, lovable, and affectionate, as in the case of the young seagull and his mother. So now the young seagull, he leaned out. He refers to the young seagull, and leaned means slightly bent, eagerly tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted. And what is the meaning of tapping? Tapping means stamping of feet, making a sound that is created by feet. And halted means to stop at one place, at one point. But when she was opposite to him, she halted. Her wings become motionless. And what is the meaning of motionless? Without any movement. Still, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish with a loud scream. He fell outwards and downwards into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread feathers. The wind rushed against his breast and he could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. And what's the meaning of dizzy? The meaning it is given an uncomfortable feeling of spinning around and losing one's balance means not feeling comfortable. Okay? And what is the meaning of maddened? Had gone mad or crazy. And what is the meaning of scream? Loud cry. Okay? So he just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga 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 kaula. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curvating and banking and soaring and diving. In my previous video, I have already told you the meaning of curvating, banking, soaring, and diving. Curvating means leaping like a horse, means jumping like a horse, and banking means flying with one wing higher than the other, means balancing the wing. And soaring means going upwards, and diving means coming down. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him. Vast means very big, very large. Beneath means below, with little ridges. Ridges means waves moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Cawed means it is a sound created by the word. Amusedly means joyfully. His parents and his brothers and sisters had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted by the strange exercise. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly means stomach, touched it, and he sank no further. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming. Screaming means making loud noises, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. Okay, so now I am going to explain the remaining part of this chapter. He leaned out eagerly, means that young seagull, he was making himself ready to take his first flight because he was very much surprised that why his mother had stopped in the midway, why she was not coming nearer to him. So he thought if he wanted to eat that scrap of fish, that small piece of fish, then he would do something. And at last he decided that he will take his first flight. Though he was very afraid to fly, yet he decided. So, in this way, he was maddened by hunger, means he had gone mad by hunger. He had gone crazy. He wanted something to eat because he was very hungry. So, with a loud scream means with a loud cry, with a loud sound, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Then a terror trapped him and his heart stood still. Means he had, in this way, he had taken his first flight. He listened nothing. He had seen nothing. He just listened to his heart. He just wanted to satisfy his hunger. That's why he had taken his first flight. He could feel the tips of his wing cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. Now, when he opened his eye, he had seen that there was nothing, just the sea, a vast sea below him. And he just felt a bit dizzy, a little dizzy, means an uncomfortable feeling, not feeling very comfortable. So he started giving cries like ga 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 kaula, and his mother swooped past him. Swooped means passed nearby. When his mother had seen that his little seagull, means young seagull, had taken his first flight, so she felt very happy and she came nearer with a piece of fish, and she was passing nearby. She was taking a round of her young seagull. After a few moments, his father also came and he also appreciating him. And after few minutes, his brothers and sisters, means remaining family members of his family, also came nearer and they were also appreciating him for his first flight. So in this way he had taken his first flight. Now he was very exhausted, means he was very tired, and he wanted something to eat because he was very hungry. His feet sank into the green sea and his belly, his stomach was also touching the sea. Now he was just floating on the floor of the sea, and he was screaming, and his family members, they were also screaming, they were also making loud noises, they were appreciating him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish, and they were offering that young seagull small scraps of dogfish to eat. In this way, the young seagull had taken his first flight in order to satisfy his hunger, and it was only his mother that made him to take his first flight. If she will not take that risk, then the young seagull will never fly in his life. He will always be frightened. So mothers, they are very lovable. The young seagull's mother had taken a risk, a great risk of her life for her young seagull. So mothers are always very lovable, very kind hearted, very helpful, very affectionate. So never try to do anything that will hurt your mother. Okay, always like an obedient child of your parent, never try to disobey them. Okay, so the story ended, and I have also given some question and answer. Question number 1, 2 and 3 I have already given the answers of those questions. You just see the PDF, and question number 4 and 5 you have to do it yourself. Along with this question, means question number 4 and 5 from your NCERT book, you have to do one question more, that is from writing skill. And this question is, write a short composition on your initial attempts at learning a skill. You could describe the challenges of learning to ride a bicycle or learning to swim. Make it as humorous as possible, means you have to write a short composition in your own words. Okay, so do it in your grammar copy. Okay, now I'm going to stop this video, so just do it and say happy Mother's Day to your mothers. Always try to obey your mothers, always respect your mothers. Okay, thank you so much.